Hi guys, I am here today with Lola from Whatlolalikes, and you guys may have remembered, but we filmed a video when we were both pregnant. I was 8 months.
I think I was 4 months.
Yep. And we talked all about pregnancy and skincare. So today we're going to be getting into postpartum because there's a lot of things that go on after baby and a lot of things that go on with your skin. So let's get into that.
So one of the questions that I got from you guys from Instagram was, what are some products that can help tired, puffy, dark circle eyes? We all have them after we have baby.
Yes.
Unfortunately. So these are some of our favorite products that we picked that we love and we use every single day.
We have a lot of the similar type of
very similar
products and taste in products, I guess. So one of the favorites that we both have is this boosted contouring eye mask from TATA HARPER. This is super hydrating, so it's really, really great around the eye area. I love this also because you can also put, like, if you get any extra, you can put it on your lips too, and that's also really hydrating because after you have a baby, everything's just dry as well too, especially if you're nursing. So I enjoy using this at night. Do you use this day and night, or?
I've done day, it depends. Like if I'm just at home and maybe I put on a honey mud mask or we'll get to masks, but I'll just put it on my eyes too. So sometimes I'll use it for like a short period of time, but normally I like putting it on for an overnight treatment. Yeah,
I do too. And I find that when I use this, when I wake up in the morning, I'm really, really well hydrated. And this really helps with like the blood circulation and the flow around the eyes so that you're not getting that stagnation that leads to like dark circles. And you're just really hydrated as well too. So then if you need to put on a concealer or whatever, like it just goes on really, really nicely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So the next product we are talking about is the PATYKA Energizing Eye Gel. This is what I use day to day. It is hydrating, but
not overly hydrating.
I'd say it's definitely a great price point if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable. It also has caffeine, which helps depuff, helps with your circulation, and then also that metal, it's like that, what is it? It's like a metal roller on it that feels amazing.
It does. It kind of gives like that ice cube effect we were talking about.
Yes, totally.
And what I really love too is with any of the eye products that we're talking about is using a crystal facial roller. So I know that I use this and she does too.
I love it. I put it in my fridge or freezer and I take it out and it feels absolutely amazing.
Let it get nice and cold.
So good.
And so using this around the eye area, our eye area is very delicate, so you don't want to be overly harsh, but you can use this and it'll really help to depuff the eyes and kind of get that circulation going as well too. And this is also really great to use on the face if the face is puffy. I know for me, not so much now because Willow's 9 months, so I'm a little bit past the trenches of things. But in the beginning, even just from lack of sleep, my face felt so puffy. I don't know if you experienced that. But
not as much, but I feel like Alice slept pretty good from the start.
Were lucky, yeah. But this is really just great at like depuffing, and then again, you can use this on the eye area. I have one more favorite for eye, and it is a splurge, but if you can do it, it's really worth it. And that is the TATA HARPER ELIXIR VITAE Eye Serum. This is like amazing. It's really, really great at helping with any fine lines or wrinkles. It also does help with dark circles, with puffiness, with hydration. So it kind of tackles all of those concerns. So that one is really great and something that you can use. It is a little bit of a higher price point item, but it is absolutely worth it.
So another question that you guys had was hormonal acne. I know for me, I had it so bad with Vivian, and I also had it with Alice. Not as bad, luckily, but it's just one of those things that it happens for some people, and it just has to run its course.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun. So what happens is, because obviously when you're pregnant, and you can break out during pregnancy too, but obviously after you've given birth, you have such a drop in hormones in your body. So it is not uncommon at all to experience hormonal breakouts. And sometimes that can even happen. I know for me, I actually started getting a lot of my hormonal breakouts like when I was 6 and 7 months postpartum. So everybody's body and their chemistry is very different with hormones. Some women will break out immediately because of that instant drop in the hormones. Some women, like myself, maybe it's a delayed reaction.
Right.
So you're still going through things, especially like I'm still nursing, so my hormones still are changing. And then they'll change again after I'm done nursing. So that's always something to note. So a lot of it is, like she mentioned, being patient. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I know it's really hard, especially like after you've had a baby and you're just going through so many changes already. But we're going to talk about a couple products that topically will kind of help get you through that.
Yes, and I also wanted to add that with using products, like I think when you go through acne, you automatically think, I need new products. I need something to fix this. But it's almost like, don't add too much. And we'll go into that of more of a simple routine, you know, later on. But it's don't try every new thing, because then your skin's just going to continue to go crazy.
And yeah, be extremely confused. So just kind of finding a couple key products that aren't going to irritate your skin.
Yes.
And maybe doing some mask, which we're going to talk about.
Yes, you guys know how much I love masks. I mean, it's like kind of my thing. So
Mine too.
Problem Solver. The Problem Solver is something that I use on the regular at least once a week. It depends on how my skin is doing. So if it's breaking out often, I maybe do two to three times a week, you know, changing it up with the clean dirt, which we'll get into. But the Problem Solver, it just solves all your problems. We always talk about this, but it helps so much. I just feel clean and clear, and stuff just comes out.
Yeah. So what's in the Problem Solver is it actually it has charcoals and different clays and spices. And so what that does is it pulls all the impurities from your skin. But with the spices that are in there, it also helps with the circulation in the face too. So again, really pushing everything out. And when you put this mask on too, and I know that you've talked about it on your feed, but you can sometimes feel like a hot reaction because of the spices, and that's different for everybody. It's like I can eat a spicy food, she can eat a spicy food and think it's like nothing, and I could be like the biggest wimp and my mouth is on fire. So everybody's reaction is just different, but know that if you feel that heat, it's a good thing.
It's like working.
It's working, and your body is responding well to it. And so after you rinse off the Problem Solver, you can still be a little bit red. Again, totally normal and okay.
I use the honey mud after.
Yeah, and the honey mud is really good to calm with
hydrate and like hydrate even more and calm it for sure.
It'll calm it, and if you're really sensitive too, you can actually use, which I know you've done in the past too, you can use the Problem Solver and the honey mud combined as well too. So that's another option. So now let's talk about this bad boy right here. This is the Clean Dirt, which we both use.
It's starting to become a favorite for sure.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And for so many different things. So the Clean Dirt, it's an exfoliant, so you can use it as that. You can also kind of leave it sitting on your skin as a mask and then get into the shower and rinse it off and let it do its exfoliation. But this has so many great things. So it actually contains salts. So the salt actually helps to, again, purify and pull things out of the skin, different impurities. And it also contains water-activated vitamin C. So water-activated vitamin C is super important, especially with dealing with things like acne scarring, if you have hyperpigmentation. So this does so many beneficial things for your skin. You can use this once to twice a week. I would say just start with once a week, see how your skin reacts, and then you can kind of bump it up. And if you're feeling like that's fine, kind of go from there. This is a product that I love to use in the shower. Do you use this in the shower, except for when you use it as a mask?
I do both.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's just easier because it does come in powder form, and you want to make sure that when using this product that you're using it right. So
it's like the Problem Solver in that sense, where you have to activate it.
You have to activate it, and you have to use correct portions. This isn't something that's going to last you 12 months. You really need to use the product and use the right amount of it.
It comes out in like a foamy consistency.
So
that's when you know you're doing it right.
You don't want it to look like gritty, shitty watercolor.
No.
You want it to look like a fluffy Christmas mousse.
Yeah.
That is...
it's a good way of putting it.
It's a good way of putting it.
Fluffy Christmas mousse.
Not shitty, gritty watercolor, which is what May said. These are her words. But that stuck with me, and I feel like
it's so true.
Whenever I talk about it that way to people, they totally get it, and then they come back in and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I was using it wrong."
Yeah,
this
I was
game changer now.
I used it wrong at the beginning too.
Yeah,
we all
so again, clean dirt, another great thing for that hormonal acne and breakouts, and also hyperpigmentation, which we're going to get into next. So one of the next topics that we wanted to touch on a little bit was all about hyperpigmentation and melasma. A lot of women experience this during pregnancy and also after. And the reason is that with your hormones, you have an increased amount of melanin that is kind of going on. And so for some women, this can cause something simple, just as if they have a blemish, then maybe that blemish scar stays around for way longer than it normally would. Or it can be like for somebody like me who has I have very light freckling. It's usually able to be covered by makeup. But I really found that after I actually had Willow, my freckles got so dark and I got way more freckles. And then there's some women that actually suffer from melasma, which is a condition that really gives some very severe hyperpigmentation throughout the skin. So with that being said, you can't use a lot of things while you're pregnant or while you're nursing to kind of treat this, because a lot of them are extremely toxic and you don't want that going into your baby or to your milk. So you really shouldn't be using them at any time, but especially during those moments. And so we're going to talk to you about 2 products that we actually both use and love that are really, really great at dealing with hyperpigmentation.
But also clean dirt also helps
Yeah,
too.
and the clean dirt does. So we just kind of touched base on that clean dirt, and that really helps too with breaking up the hyperpigmentation, and that's because of that water-activated vitamin C.
Yep. I love the concentrated brightening serum by TATA HARPER, and you use this too.
Yes, yes.
And, I mean, it's honestly amazing. I can see such a difference when I use it, because I wasn't using it as much before, and then I just started kind of bringing it in because I noticed a lot of the scarring that was taking place that was so quickly if I would get a pimple or something, and it helps so much. And then of course the serum. Yeah, so introducing into my life recent, and it's already see such a difference in a couple days of using it.
Yeah, and I started using this as well too, and I now am on my 2nd bottle, and I'm starting to really see some great results in terms of like my pigmentation with my freckles. Something else that's also really nice with the serum is that this has a lot of collagen boosting ingredients in there too, so it's really good at hydrating and plumping the skin, which is never something that is a bad thing. We always like that. So when you cocktail these 2 together, so the essence is actually, it's a liquid, and you pump it in your hand and place it on your skin, and then the serum you put on top. It's like a booster. So the 2 together are like super power. So really, really good at helping to treat that hyperpigmentation. What the serum has in there is an ingredient called sea fern, and sea fern actually goes in and it kind of blasts those melanocytes that are in the skin. And so if you have a dark spot or if you're experiencing melasma, you're really going to see a significant reduction in the size, the pigmentation that you have in your skin.
So the next topic is dryness. I mean, we're all dry. We're just dry.
You're dry.
It is what it is. We're dry. So we're constantly wanting to drink water, so we couldn't recommend just hydrate yourself as much as you can to start. But then some products that can really help with this. Of course, you guys know the honey mud is my jam. You can put it on any day, all day long, multiple times a week. I mean, really, you can wear it all day, every day, if you really wanted to.
That's awesome.
So the honey mud is so hydrating, just makes you feel amazing, clear, everything. I just love it. It's just such a great mask. And another product that I love and I wear all the time is the Lip Doctor. It's easy. Throw it in your purse. It's just so hydrating for your lips. I mean, this helps me so much.
Well, and I feel like too, after you have a baby, if you're nursing especially, you just feel like literally depleted. Like you've been sucked of all your moisture. So it's really nice to have something like the Lip Doctor, just like throw that, like she said, in the purse or the diaper bag, and you know, have your water bottle handy. So after nursing, you can kind of apply. The honey mud is also so good for hydration, but it's also really good too for breakouts because of the honey in there. So honey is actually antimicrobial and antibacterial, so it's really good for all skin types. Like everybody can benefit from it. So the honey mud is like, it's a must. You must get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, really good. And then there's two other products that I know.
I use it in my, I use all of these in my day-to-day. I mean, I mix literally the Youth Dew with the Blue Cocoon as my moisturizer. And also, of course, the Honey Mud is my cleanser and mask. And Lip Doctor. Right now, these are what makes me feel hydrated every single day. But the Blue Cocoon, I couldn't speak more highly of it. I just feel so hydrated. And I mean, there's just so many great benefits. Yeah,
the Blue Cocoon is really good at treating like all kinds of like skin ailments. So all the way from dryness to, the great thing is you can use this like around the eyes, you can use it on the lips, you can even use it on the nips if you're having problems with that with nursing. It really is good at just kind of healing the skin, helping to hydrate. And if your skin is at all like inflamed or irritated, it's awesome for that. So it really can treat like any kind of skin concern. And then the Youth Dew, which do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it just totally balances out your skin and your complexion. And again, I mean, mixing it both with the Blue Cocoon just gives me that extra hydration. Yeah,
it totally does. And then something else that's in the Youth Dew too that's really cool is it has CoQ10 in there. And CoQ10 will also help with, it helps with anti-aging, but it'll also help with hyperpigmentation and any kind of sun exposure that you may have had with your skin. So that is also an added benefit. It has over 20 different plant and botanical oils in there, so it's super hydrating. And so the one thing that I do want to mention is that if you're using the Blue Cocoon or the Youth Dew or any facial oil, you want to use it on wet skin, on damp skin. And the reason is like that water helps to pull the product deep into the skin so it doesn't feel like it's sitting on that top layer.
Right.
Because I know like if you've ever applied an oil just to like dry skin, it almost feels really greasy. Whereas if you do it on damp skin, you'll feel it really penetrate deep down into your skin, which is what you want. That's where you're getting the most benefits. And so that Youth Dew, again, is really good for all skin types, like Lola mentioned. It's really good at balancing, and it's super great at hydrating the skin.
I also think like you won't need as much product when you do it on wet skin. You can kind of savor your product by using it that way as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So lastly, we're going to talk about routines, simple routines for the busy mom. And we're all busy. We're all doing stuff. But what's a couple products that we suggest for you to use to keep it very basic? You just want a couple things. What do I need? So a great cleanser is what I definitely would recommend. I use the clarifying cleanser every single day. It's great for keeping the skin clear. If you're acne prone, this is a great one. Of course, the Honey Mud, you can use as a cleanser. You can use it as a mask if you really want those days. It's super hydrating. It's great for all skin types. And then lastly, the Blue Cocoon. So these are 3 products that I think are so great. As you know, we just talked about the Blue Cocoon. It helps everything. You can use it on your eyes. You can use it on your lips. It's an all-around great treatment for your skin. So these are the 3 products that I definitely would say is a great routine. Very simple.
Yeah, if you needed to keep it simple, like
keep it simple. Just give me 3 products. This is it.
Yeah, those really kind of conquer a lot of things that go on, especially postpartum.
Yes.
And then the other question that we got was maybe a more affordable routine. So what I want to mention about that is, you know, obviously I really strive to kind of have super high performance products in the store, and those oftentimes come with a little bit of a higher price tag. That being said, there's a lot of things that you can do that are affordable, that you'll still see great results in your skin, but they just may not be as immediate. And so I'm going to kind of run through with you what a simple routine would be if you were on a budget. One of the products I want to talk to you about is the OSMIA Black Case Soap. This is really great if you are limited with your budget, and this also will help with if you're having any kind of hormonal breakout. This is so... it comes in a regular soap form, but it's not like traditional soap at all. So it's not going to strip your skin or anything.
Super lathering.
Super lathering. Yeah. And you're not going to feel like tight after, which is nice. So this again kind of has like that nice detox effect, but it will also help get you nice and clean and clear. And then the next product would be the Kypris Antioxidant Dew. So this is a serum that's just a water-based serum that is really, really, really hydrating. So this is not an oil, it is a traditional serum, like you think of a serum being like a white consistency. And so this is great for helping with redness, sensitivity in the skin, or even if you have breakouts, it's just gonna hydrate the skin. So I just kind of, the way I explain it to people is it's like a drink of water for your face. It's just so like, if your skin is dry or parched or any kind of like sensitive, this just instantly kind of calms and soothes.
It's a booster.
It's a booster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even like with anything that we've talked about today with like the facial oils, things like that, if you still feel like you need a little bit more of a hydration boost, this is really great to add to your routine. And then my next pick would be from LEAHLANI, and this is their SIREN serum. This one is also really great for hyperpigmentation. It is different than the TATA HARPER that we talked about. The TATA HARPER has quite a bit more actives in there, so you're going to see a little bit more instantaneous results in the skin. But this SIREN one from LEAHLANI, this is a really great price point, and it will also help with hydrating the skin and helping to deal with hyperpigmentation. So that's kind of what I would suggest for a basic routine. And then maybe like if you're on a budget, and then you could maybe splurge on an item or two based on what your skin needs or concerns are.
Maybe you're just trying to transition like from what you're currently using to maybe green beauty.
Yeah,
this is a good start if you're on a budget for sure.
Totally. And one of the things that you can always do with us is you can send us an email, or you can fill out the questionnaire on our website. We can also help guide you into right products. You can DM us on Instagram. We're always here to help your skin concerns and needs. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope this has been really informative and helping you mamas that are out there. We know that it's tough, especially during the postpartum period, and it's something that I think kind of continues on in that first like year or two, even after life, with having those skin and the different changes going on. So we're always here to help. Thank you, Lola, so much for being here and filming our little follow-up. And till next time.
More, next time.
For sure. Bye, guys.
Bye.